Hi everyone, Sherry here. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Phomemo Multifunctional Portable Label Maker. Now, Dave bought this for me because I like to be able to make a single label now and then. I can make a whole sheet of labels from my printer with Avery website, and I love that because I can print those in color. So if I want to do several, 8, 10 labels, I can go through my printer that way. My old printer, and you guys have commented on that, I have the labels that I put on my things like my seasonings and my sugar and flour, that type of things. I like this, but it is hooked up to my computer, so I have to do it through my computer. And it only makes one. This is my brother's label maker. It only makes one at a time, so if I only need one, that's great, but I have to go into my office and print it off of my computer. Nice about this one is Bluetooth, so I can go into their app and then I can print labels from my phone or my iPad, and it does not have to be hooked up to a computer. So I'm excited about this, so let's get into it. Now this is a teal color, and I have a green screen back here. So I'm going to be holding it right in front of me because I'm not sure how the green screen will affect it. So we have a little quick start guide, which gives you how to load and how to turn it on, how to get to the app and access the Bluetooth. So this is the quick start guide. And here is the more detailed instructions. But I'm going to read this and then we'll make a label. It comes with the printer and 3 rolls of labels. We have 1, 2, and then the third one's in the machine already. Here is the power button. Here is the display. This is the paper feed button here. It's USB chargeable. Here is the USB charging slot. So here is the charging cable, and we'll need to charge it probably before we get started on that. So I can charge that while I'm reading all the instructions. Now this is a thermal printer. So it doesn't use ink, it uses heat. Same as this one here, this is also a thermal printer. The width of the label you can use is 20 to 75 millimeters. And the labels, just like my other ones, it's a continuous feed with separate labels. So you need to line this up correctly or your labels are going to be a little bit offset. I do want to show you, and I know you're not going to be able to see it. You hit the button once and it'll say language, English. You hit the feed button to toggle through the languages that you want. It only prints in black, not color, but you can adjust 1 through 15 levels of darkness. You hit the button again, and then it gives you the amount of darkness. 6 is normal, so let's measure this. The widest part is about 4 inches wide. The bottom part is about 3 3/4. The height is about 4 inches, and the width at the widest spot is 2 inches. At the bottom, it is about 1.5 inches. So it's a very small, compact size. This works with the iPhone or the Android, which is nice. A lot of times it's either going to be the Android or it's going to be the iPhone, but not both. So this is nice. Let's go over the features. Right here is where the paper comes out. This is your lanyard hole, so you can actually put a lanyard on it. So if you're out in the work field and you need to label like a fence to mark your comings and goings, you can bring this with you and then you can make your labels as you need them. This here is your open button so you can load your paper with. This little hole next to the USB plug-in is the reset hole. And this, of course, is your USB plug-in. So this, I think, is your paper feed button. They call it an eject button, so it brings up your paper so you can get ready to start printing. All right, so I'll be back after this is charged up and we make a label. Okay, I moved over to my stove just so I'm not having to worry about the green screen. We're going to exchange the paper for the little bit bigger one. I went to the app store and I did get the Print Master app. What's nice about that is I tried to get into it and connect with my printer. It knew that my paper was not loaded. It also knew that when the lid was open, it would tell me, hey, your lid's open. So it's very in tune with this machine. So I'm going to push this up, take this out, and I'm going to pull that off, put the other paper on. You want it to be loaded so the paper goes up this way, just like the little arrow there. All right, so I snap that back on right there. And then make sure it goes up against the paper and stick that back in there. Take this little label off here and find the end of it. Here's the end of it. So once you shut the lid, it will actually only go up to the one. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting labels. Okay, so I'm going to switch to my GoPro so I can show you what my app looks like and how it will connect to it and all that. So on my smartphone, I have my Print Master and we're going, okay, it is connected. It just went to the little green button and we want to do a new label. My understood label paper is, I am not sure which one this is because I haven't done any of this before. It's not a double row. We're going to go with that one. And we're going to put in a picture. Hope you can see all of this. All right, so here is the picture that I am going to try using. I'm going to hit the check mark right there. And as you can see, it's showing me this. And I can make it bigger. I can move it around. Put it up in the corner. I'm going to put it right in the center. Maybe I'll put it up there. And then I'm going to hit text. And it says, please enter the content. I'm going to put pickled jalapeno. And I'm going to make that a little bit smaller and put that like that so it has my picture and pickled jalapeno. And then do that. And I like where it's aligned, but you can put your font size, change your font size. You can change your alignment, so you can do that. I don't like that. And then you can do, bold, italics, underlined, whatever, character shape. So now I'm not, in print label. Right there it says print label. And hit print now. Okay, well, as you can see, it's just up in that corner there. It didn't turn out like I wanted it to. So, but you see that it did print through the app. I just got to figure it out. Okay, so I have changed it to 46 millimeters to 29 millimeters. So we'll see if that works. New label. Okay, 46 to 29. I'm going to hit confirm. Hit my picture. I got to find my picture. All right, so I'm going to hit this one. We'll try label size. Okay, we'll do this. We're going to hit. We're going to make it bigger. Pickled jalapeno. Pinos. And I'm hoping it turns out better this time. And I'm going to print label. Print now. All right, there we have. It's a little off center. Okay, so there we have it. My label is not the right size label as what it's printing on here. I've got to get that figured out because it was doing a label like this. So my measurements were wrong on that. Let me go back over to the table and give my final thoughts. Now my final thoughts. So the pros and cons of this: I like the size, I like the color, I like the portability of it. I can go outside because it's nice and I can make labels. I can run to my granddaughter's school and quickly make a label for her backpack so as not to get mixed up with all the other mermaid backpacks. I can make one at a time versus a whole sheet from my printer, or go to the computer and do the one at a time. This is a thermal printer and I have no beef with that. The only problem with thermal printers is if you're out in the sun with it, it will fade. The cons I had were the guessing of the label size. The labels were not marked as to what size it was, and so to set it up, I was struggling because I saw one in their displays of labels that I thought was it, and it was the smaller one. So then I measured it and tried to convert it to millimeters, and I'm not good at math, and then it wasn't the right size either. So I did go to Amazon and I looked at their refills, and they gave the sizes of the refills. So by that, I was able to go and put in the size that I need, and it did work. Here is the picture of the label that I made after the fact. So if you're looking for a portable label maker, I think you should check this one out. It comes in several different colors. It works great, and I think you'd be happy with it. I know I am after I figured out the label sizes. So this is Sherry from Cooking with Sherry. Until next time.